We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty. Good morning, folks. It's Breeders' Cup Day 1. We're finally here. No more counting down, just counting down the races till we get there. And this is the Race Day Las Vegas show coming to you live from the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas. And, of course, the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show on Breeders' Cup Day 1. It also happens to be Halloween. But we're not going to spook you here, unless you see my two guests to my left of me. Instead of on a link, you're actually here in person. Jonathan Ardoon and John Lindo. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Ralph.
Good morning. Happy Halloween. Happy Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, are we ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right. I got to tell you, folks, we've got the 5 Breeders' Cup races today. And these guys are going to go over those 5 races because by the time we hope you make it to our seminar tonight at 6 o'clock in the Grandview Lounge, which is adjacent to the racebook here. Those races will be over, and we'll take a look at the results of those races and anything that we can ascertain from the races today that we can apply to the races tomorrow as well. 6 o'clock tonight in the Grandview Lounge, we'll have our annual Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup seminar in the Grandview Lounge, featuring our two handicappers here today, Jonathan Ardoon and John Lindo. And we'll go over those races. And, I'll try to extract more stuff out of them. You know that. So come on down if you have a notion to anywhere in town here and join us in the Grandview Lounge. I want to thank all of the people that watched our show yesterday at 3 o'clock. It was a fantastic show. And we had a lot of opinions and a lot of guests on. And by the way, if you didn't make watching the show yesterday, it's still up on YouTube. You can get it right after our show and watch it if you want to for today as well. So it's still there at YouTube. But the Breeders' Cup special show was really neat with a lot of good handicappers. And, of course, we'll have a lot of fun tonight at the seminar in the Grandview Lounge. Again, 6 o'clock tonight here in Las Vegas at the South Point, adjacent to the racebook here. And also today, if you happen to come on out, you want to spend the day with us at the races here in the book, the big Grand Ballroom is also open today. Now, we have that big viewing party tomorrow. You know about that, the big viewing party at the Grand Ballroom upstairs, featuring the big banquet tables and the big screen TVs and all the betting windows, either kiosk or live windows if you want to do that. There'll be prize giveaways tomorrow. It won't be today. There will be tomorrow. But the room will be open today. Full tilt will be open today for the Breeders' Cup races today. So if the race book here gets overcrowded, get on upstairs to the big Grand Ballroom upstairs. And, of course, tomorrow will be the big show up there as well. So we got a lot going on. I'm going to check real quick with our guys. I know we had one late scratch yesterday, but do we have anything happening that happened out there this morning yet?
No, Scottish Lassie was a late scratch out of
yesterday.
the distaff for tomorrow, but nothing late today so far anyways.
Okay. Racetrack, we did, everything is nice and calm down there at Del Mar today.
Perfect weather, like John Asher would say, 75 and clear. So perfect conditions for racing. The turf will be firm. They were out 30 feet, the rails yesterday. They'll use the full course today. Rail will be at 0, so it's a nice wide turf course with those big fields on the grass. Yeah, the Breeders' Cup turf races, they'll want to do that. Well, you talk about beautiful, and it's going to be perfect weather there. We're going to top out at 83, of course, here in Las Vegas, always fast, firm, and perfect in the book. We're topping out at 8. But I tell you, it was a little crisp out there when I walked through the parking lot getting here. It's down in the 50s here in Las Vegas. I know that you laugh at us when we're talking about those temperatures where you're coming from, but that's the way it is here. So we'll have 83. But more importantly, it's going to be nice. About 80 degrees down there in Southern California. They'll top out high
today.
70s. Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Anything that happened on opening day yesterday at Del Mar on the racetrack that we can take away and apply to maybe handicapping today?
No, I thought both courses were pretty fair. The main track was a little faster than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. The times were pretty good. You could win. I always worry about being on the inside on Del Mar, the main track, but a couple horses came up the rail, so I thought it was fair. You could win from anywhere, any position, whether it be up front or off the pace. The turf course played fair. It was a little bit slow, but I think with the rails moving down, I think that part of the course is going to be pretty tight today. So I look for those times to speed up, and it did speed up late in the card yesterday.
And the first surprise at Del Mar happened yesterday. Leading jockey is who?
Mirko DeMuro. I didn't have that on my bingo card. He won the last 3 races, so he's the leading rider at Del Mar. He rides a lot for trainer Richard Mandella. He's a jockey from Italy. He came out for Del Mar this summer, and he rode some good races, and he rode some bad races. But he did everything right yesterday.
Okay, leading jock, Mirko DeMuro. Hey, he's a paisano, so it's okay.
There you
by
go.
Me. Jonathan,
yes,
they
sir.
canceled Aqueduct today.
Yeah, high winds. Well, yesterday the weather was just horrible. I mean, I was taking off in it, and we had to wait a while on the runway till they finally took off. But today the winds continue, and when it's real windy like that, it's not safe for anybody. So they decided on caution, and No racing today at Aqueduct.
All right, so we got second day in a row. We got canceled racing at Aqueduct. We don't, after all, we don't want the jockeys blown off the horses. And that's another way of getting disqualified. Didn't carry the assigned weight. Can I tell you? In any case, okay, so we got Aqueduct canceled, and there is some weather going up in the northeastern part of the country still. So there might be a few other racetracks on the East Coast there that might have some weather conditions, but that's the only cancellation we have for today. But we're all of our sites are going to be on Southern California at Del Mar, where the 42nd running of the World Championships will have day one today, the Stars of the Future. And taking a look at, the conditions and all that, I think we're in good shape, guys. And so I would think that to give us more time for the 5 races that we're going to cover today, we're going to go to our first break. And when we come back, I'll give you your racing menu, what's left of it today, and we'll get started on this Halloween day, 2025. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick 4s, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All righty, time to get to the racing menu on this day. And before we do, a little bit of the temperatures. As I said, there's going to be a lot of action going up in the northeast. But right now, the weather channel says that it's going to be pretty nice up there. Washington's going to be sunny and 61. New York obviously has all that weather going on. It's only going to top out at 58. Chicago's 56. And the hottest spot in the nation is going to be Phoenix, Arizona, again at 88 degrees there. But 80 degrees in Southern California, and here in Las Vegas will top out at 83 on your transit to the South Point to join us. All right, here we go. Here's the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook simulcast centers and racetracks across the country. And again, as we know, first post times are always Pacific because we are in the Pacific time zone, so that's the way they'll roll out in the book today. And if you're not in the Pacific time zone, just simply adjust to the Pacific time zone, and then you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. By the way, don't forget, folks, to turn your clocks back Saturday night into Sunday morning, just in time for all of us who will be exhausted after the 2 days of Breeders' Cup to get an extra hour's sleep. Just wanted to put that in. Okay, here's the menu. Gulfstream Park starts it off. They've got 10 races. The Cellar Shiraz is the 10th and featured race today at Gulfstream. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover is $82,749, and their first post time is at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. at Gulfstream. Laurel Park, 10 races today there at Laurel, and their first post time at Laurel is at 9:10. 9:10 at Laurel. Churchill Downs, that had a pretty sloppy racetrack yesterday as well, didn't they, guys? Track was off, yeah. But that place dries up in a New York second.
And they're back on the turf today.
Okay, back on the turf. Churchill Downs, 10 races today. They left money on the table at Churchill Downs. That Pick 6 jackpot has been building Now it's at $109,643. Again, $109,643 in the Pick 6 jackpot carryover at Churchill with the first post time for 10 races at 10 a.m. All right, Del Mar, where the turf and the Breeders' Cup meets the surf. Day one of the Breeders' Cup. First post time is 11:35. It's going to start out early, and we've got 10 races at Del Mar today. 5 of them will be Breeders' Cup races. But I got to tell you, 3 stakes races before the 5 in the Breeders' Cup means there's going to be 8 out of the 10 races that will be stakes races today. All right, here we go. The Alliance Stakes will be the 2nd. The Golden State Fillies Stakes will be the 3rd. The Senator Ken Matty Stakes will be the 4th. And the Golden State Juvenile Stakes will be the 5th. Those are the ones leading up to the Breeders' Cup. In the Breeders' Cup, we have the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf will be the first of the Breeders' Cup races. That'll be the 6th race on the card. The 7th race will be the $2 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. The 8th race will be the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies on the turf. The 9th race is going to be the Juvenile. This is going to be a good one today. The Juvenile is the 9th, and of course the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf will be the 10th and final. Del Mar's first post time is 11:35 today. Woodbine. Oh, by the way, they have a pick 6 carryover from the first day, right?
Yeah, there was a carryover in the pick 6 at Del Mar, 28,000 and change. That'll go to Sunday.
Right, because today, the 2
This
days...
is a separate meet. The Breeders'
Cup takes over.
Breeders' Cup takes over, so everything that happened yesterday just flips over to Sunday.
Yes.
All right, so forget about that. It's going to be a fresh pools today at Del Mar. But they will have a carryover on Sunday of over $28,000, almost $29,000.
Pick 6 is $1 bet for the Breeders' Cup, right? Or,
The Breeders' Cup is $1.
Right.
The regular Del Mar meet has been changed to $2.
right,
Yeah.
but today and tomorrow it'll be
It's
a
a
dollar bet.
Dollar pick 6,
Right.
and that'll start in the 5th race of the 10 today at Del Mar. All right, we move on to Woodbine. Woodbine has a pick 6 jackpot carryover, $5,716, and their first post time at Woodbine, 8 races set at 1:30. Then we go to Delta Downs. They have 9 races at Delta and a first post time at 2:45. Charlestown will kick in. They have a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $65,560. 8 races. First post time is at 4 p.m. at Charlestown. And then we wrap it up at Remington Park. Remington Park, 9 races. First post time is at 4 p.m. That's the menu for today. But we're all concentrating, as you know, on Del Mar, where the Breeders' Cup is at. Well, boys, you ready to do it?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay. Again, Del Mar's first post time today is 11:35, and the first 4 races, make it the first 5 races of the 10-race card, will be mostly stakes races, local stakes races at Del Mar. But the 6th race will be the first of the Breeders' Cup races. It's a $1 million Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint at 5 furlongs on the turf for 2-year-olds. Post time is posted up there at 2:45 Pacific time, 2:45 Pacific time for this race. There were 17 entered in this race, and I guess when you talk about a race like this, you got to look at first at the European horses, don't you?
Well, but 5 furlongs, I personally think the more dangerous in the route races. 5.5 furlongs, especially for 2-year-olds, they're lightly raced horses. So I don't think they have the edge that they have in the other turf races.
Speedballs, right?
Well, they've run 2 of these races at Del Mar, the 5 furlong juvenile sprints. One was won by Magnum Force last year for Aidan O'Brien.
Uh-huh.
The other was won by Twilight Gleaming back in 2021. That was for Wesley Ward. So they're even up. Euros and Americans 1-1.
Okay, well, we this race, by virtue of the morning line, looks wide open. I mean, the morning line favorite 7-2 is True Love there.
John, you like the horse?
I do. Actually, this was going to be my official radio play.
Official radio. By the way,
Yes.
we're on YouTube, so you can give us an official play for YouTube, too.
Okay. I'm sorry. Official YouTube play.
Race day play.
Yeah, race day play. Let's just leave it at that.
The official race day play.
Listen, again, 5 furlongs for 2-year-olds on the grass. You got fillies running against colts. It's a wide open event. I do like some price horses in the race that I'll definitely be using, like the 5 Obliteration, the 6 Intricate Spirit. Wesley Ward was touting Schwarzenegger as his best 2-year-old in the summer. He was scratched about 5 times because every time he was entered to run in Saratoga, it rained and the race came off. The races kept coming off the grass. Mm-hmm. He finally ran and he won his 2nd start. But I like a horse in here. I like the 10 horse, Cy Fair, a 2-year-old filly from the George Weaver barn. 3 career starts and she's run very well in all of them. The post is a bit of a concern. She does get a rider switch today to Irad Ortiz. I think you're going to get every bit of the 6-1. I like number 10, Cy Fair, but I would include those other horses and exacta hookups, the 5, 6, and 11. 10 over 5, 6, and 11.
Oh, so 10 is your official race day play.
Right.
For Del Mar.
Right.
Okay, 6th race, which is the first one, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. You like the 10 Cy Fair, the 10 Cy Fair with numbers 5, 6, and 9. So the
11, 5, 6, and 11.
11, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
5, 6, 11. Throw the 9 in there.
Go ahead.
Okay. the 10's the pick, though, folks. All right.
Yes.
All right, John.
To me, it's the most wide open of the Breeders' Cup races today. Trip is going to mean everything in this race. You don't know if the Urals will handle the tight turn at Del Mar, and you know they're going to come out rock and rolling. The one horse that I can predict the Trip is going to be number 11, Schwarzenegger. Mm-hmm. He is extremely fast. He draws an outside post. He's just going to go. And I think with a little luck, he can clear this field. He will love cutting back to 5 furlongs. And to me, it's a simple ride. You just drop the reins and see how fast you go, how far you can go. I'm going to lean on Schwarzenegger just because I know he's going to fall into the Trip. Of the Europeans, watch Havana Anna. She ran second to the favorite True Love last time in Europe, but that was at 6 furlongs, and the last 100 yards was straight uphill, and that's when she got run down. She would have beaten True Love at 5 furlongs over there. If she gets the 5 furlongs today, she's going to be a better price. I think Havana Love, number 8 on the program, is 6-1. So I like the race 11 over 8, but I'm going to have a lot of coverage in here in the rolling wagers because if you can beat favorites, obviously those payoffs go way up.
And it is the start of a pick 5.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's the first leg of a pick of one. I don't know how many pick 5s they're going to have over the next 2 days, but they're going to be a lot of them.
I can tell you the ones they're having today. The first race will start at pick 5, obviously. The third race is going to be an all stakes pick 5. It starts there. Of course, the pick 6 for the dollar-based bet for Breeders' Cup will be the 5th race. This will be another pick 5 that starts here. And that'll be so there's only going to be 3 pick 5s today on the 10 race card. But we do have a pick 4 starting in the 2nd, the 4th, and the 7th races today at Del Mar. So we got Cy Fair and Schwarzenegger with the key horses with them, True Love and Havana Anna. I can tell you this right now. I kind of like Havana Anna. I really do.
I think she's got a chance. One note, just from observations being at the track this last week in the mornings, Intricate Spirit got really hot in the mornings. He's a very talented horse, but he looked really nervous. He's been a little better the last couple of days, but when I saw him over the weekend, I didn't like what I saw. So we'll see. Maybe he didn't handle the ship or the warm weather, but that scares me a little bit.
Okay, gents, we move on now to the 7th race, the $2 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies at 1 mile and 16th. 9 were entered in this one, and the post time there is going to be 3:25 p.m., 3:25 Pacific time, the 7th race. And Mr. Lendo, I'll let you go.
I think this is a really good spot for number 7, Explorer, for Bob Baffert. It's a chance to give Juan Hernandez his very first Breeders' Cup win. He's never won a Breeders' Cup race. I love the way she stretched out of Santa Anita, sat, and when Hernandez asked her to move into the race, she did, but she never got rank, and then when he asked her to go, she did. She looked very comfortable around 2 turns. She broke her maiden at Del Mar. You don't have to worry about that. And she's tactical in a race where the pace ought to be legit. 5-2 in the program is no big deal, but I might key her in some of those rolling wagers. I'm going to play an exacta box with number 6, Super Corridora, who really woke up going 2 turns at Santa Anita last time. She was always well regarded. She's 15-1 on the program here. I don't think that maiden win was a fluke when she won by a distance. So
you mean the 8, not the 6.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the 8.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't read my own numbers.
No, okay.
But you know what? Now that you know it's a Freudian. We got to put the 6 in now.
No, we don't.
Ralph, we sit with you long enough, we'll be adding 9 horses in every race.
I got to tell you, I'm just going by the gambling gods trying to point you in the right direction. Go ahead.
It's a 7-8 exacta box for me in there.
Right.
Again, observations there. I didn't like the work of LaVille Lumiere for John Sadler the other day. Mm-hmm. And I thought the other Bob Baffert, Bottle LaRouge, galloping, was making a little noise. I don't know if there's something going on there, but I'm going to try and beat those 2.
Yeah, and when you get Baffert in the morning with his horses gearing up for big races, there's always something going on. You know that.
Well, he's going to have them battle ready, so
Yeah.
they've got to be out there and do their thing.
And by the way, Mike Smith will be riding that horse, so if he wins that race, he'll break the record as the oldest jockey to ever win a Breeders' Cup race.
Yeah, he's got 5 mounts.
Yeah.
And he's got some live horses.
Oh, he's definitely going to win.
I know you like him later on.
Yeah.
All right, well, what about you, Jonathan?
I actually like Bottle of Rouge here, the other Baffert horse. Last time he won, he was also in a race with a Baffert horse that went off real short, and he upset at a big price of 9-1. I think she's going to be ignored at the windows. People were knocking her; they didn't think she was quite this good. But off of the figures, she's actually improving. And she's out of Vino Rossi, and I think she's going to get better around 2 turns, and that's the situation here. Tommy Joe, major disappointment last time out for Pletcher. She went off 40 cents to the dollar, and she got beat by Percy's Bar, who's in this race. I was going to key the 2, Battle of Rouge, with the 4, 5, and 7.
4, 5, and 7. I'm marking them down now. And so so the two key horses here for our handicappers.
Baffert holds the cards.
Yeah, Baffert and Baffert.
But now John tells me she was making noises. That scares me.
She might do that all the time.
We don't know unless you hear her all the time.
I'm just telling you what I saw on her.
Listen, if she's not 100%, she's not getting past those vets, and Baffert certainly wouldn't run her.
Right.
So
exactly.
Duly noted.
There you go.
Again, the picks, the key picks here for this race: the 2 Bottle of Rouge and the 7 Explorer. All right, now we get to the 8th race, the Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf at a mile on the turf, of course, for 2-year-old fillies. Post time is set at 4:05 Pacific time, 4:05. 13 in this race, and the 13 horse Precise is the big 6-5 morning line favorite, and that is a European. Jonathan?
Yeah, well, she's 4 for 5 lifetime, and she has a second in her only defeat. Listen, but she is breaking from the 13 post. I mean, and it's a mile. To break from the 13 post at a mile, you got to be Superman or Superwoman in this spot. But I'm going to go to the number 1 horse in here, Ultimate Love. This 2-year-old filly, 3 career starts. She's never done anything wrong. She's won all 3 of them. Johnny V takes the mount today. I just think she has a big advantage being inside. Yeah, Precise may be that good. We don't know. But at 2-5, I'm willing to bet against her, and I'm going to go with the 1 horse, Ultimate Love, at 8-1.
You got it, my man. Any link-ups or just...
Too many.
Too
many. Take the 8-1.
Take your choice.
And if I mention a horse, you'll add in 3 more horses.
Yes, I will.
So I'm just going to go with the 1.
Okay. All right. I'm always rooting for the listeners and the watchers out there. That's for... Now, John, he said Precise. He doesn't want to take her 2-5. This horse is not going to...
No one's going to be 2-5 in this one, but I'm just saying she's going to be real short.
Even money or 4 to 5, somewhere in there.
I would think so. I think that 6-5 is pretty close to where it's going to be, because a lot of people are going to think the same thing. I don't care how good she is. She's breaking from post 13, which almost, is when you break from post 13 as a 2-year-old in this race on the turf, you got to be something special to win. And we'll wait and see. The trip obviously will mean something in this race with the cavalry charge of horses we're going to have here. How do you see it, John?
Well, talking about the outside post, last year's a 2-year-old, Henry Matisse, for the same barn, Aidan O'Brien, from the far outside post. He won the juvenile turf. So it can be done. And I don't think Henry Matisse was as much of a standout as Precise is in this field. She's the favorite for the 1,000 guineas next year in Europe already.
Wow.
She's looked good in the morning. She's not a big filly, and she has a turn of foot. I don't think she's going to be near the lead, but I don't think she's going to be dead last either. The only thing I worry about, and I do like her in this race, I picked her. If she had Ryan Moore, their regular jockey, I would say no problem, because I've seen him do it on the California racetracks. Ryan Moore's injured. Christophe Soumillon picks up the mount. He rides some great races, but there are some races where he doesn't ride so well. So that worries me a little bit. But I think he's got the ability to get him out of jail if they get in trouble. Trying to beat her, I think Time to Dream had a miserable trip at Keeneland last time for Todd Pletcher. This is a horse that can jump up. Infinite Sky was right with Time to Dream in that same race at Keeneland last time. You mentioned Ultimate Love, and the Japanese horse in here, Switch in Love, has trained very well since she's gotten to the United States. And I don't know where she fits, but you can't knock her on what she's done coming into the race.
Do you know Precise's running style? Is she a speed horse? Does she come from?
She's tactical.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, she's going to be. She was laying off the pace, covered up in Europe, but not 10 lengths back, kind of behind the speed. But she's got that turn of foot you like to see in the Euros.
Okay.
The old saying with all the jockeys and trainers, every time you ask them which going to be your strategy, they always say, well, we're going to play the break.
Right, the famous line.
So obviously they're going to be playing the break with Precise.
Well, I'm going to assume as a European, she's probably going to break a step slow.
Yeah,
right.
Which it could be a great
That's
advantage.
more trouble, too.
If you try and save some ground in that first turn, assume you have the best filly, and then find a clear path turner from.
Yeah, the old saying, ride her like she's the best.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we got, in this race, folks, as we say in the business, top and bottom. Number 1, Ultimate Love for Hardoon. Number 13, Precise for John Lindo. They're 2 key horses in this 8th race. Now, we got 2 more races to go, but what we're going to do right now is take a break, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at the centerpiece race of the Breeders' Cup, but we're going to use that for today. But we're going to use that as the last race to cover. So we're going to go to the juvenile turf and then to the juvenile. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Get weekly football winners from Alex White, Chris Andrews, and Vinny Malulo.
I did take the dog 3.5.
I'm going to stay with the Colts here. That's definitely going to be one of my plays.
If the Bears have turned the corner, they have to take care of business in this game.
Yes.
Tune in for behind-the-book perspectives you won't find anywhere else.
Well, if you're looking to bet the under, you're going to get a better number.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
I know if it hits 7, don't blink. Maybe that's what bettors are waiting for.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Is there a way to bet against both teams?
Get your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for day 1 of the Breeders' Cup. We still got a lot to go. Don't forget, folks, the seminar this evening at 6 o'clock, and you saw the commercial about the Football Frenzy on Fridays. Guess what? Today's Friday, and it's football season, so make sure you watch Football Frenzy at noon. Alex White, who is part of that team covering the sport of football for the Football Frenzy, was with us on set in the show yesterday, and she was pretty definite about her pick. So she's handicapped. She's starting to learn how to handicap horses. She's listening to the sickos.
Top 15 in that tournament over there downtown.
Not for horse racing.
But over 1,000 players or entries, and you're in the top 15. That's pretty good.
You're darn right.
I listen to it every Friday.
You better get on board if you're going to bet football here this weekend. They know what they're doing over there. Football Frenzy at noon today, right here on the South Point Streaming Network. If you don't watch it, that'll be your first bad beat of the weekend in sports, that's for sure. All right, we have 10 races at Del Mar. The 9th race is the big feature race of the day. We're going to skip that, and we're going to wait that until the last. So we're going to go to the 10th and final race for the 4th out of the 5 Breeders' Cup Future Star races today. It is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf at a mile on the turf, and these, of course, for 2-year-olds. 15 have been entered in this race. And Gestad is the 9-5 favorite on the morning line here. He was scratched, or wasn't he scratched, or no?
No, he's running.
He's in. Okay. Because I was wondering if somebody told me they might scratch him, and I said, why? I mean, so he's 9-5. He's breaking from post 14. If you think Precise is going to have a problem at a mile on the turf in the 8th race at 13, this horse is going to be breaking from post 14. So
who did Aiden O'Brien piss off? He got the 13 post with one of them and the 14 post with the other one.
I guess they didn't like his staging of his workout horses in the morning or something. I don't know. But in any case, a bad draw there for that one. John, how do you see it?
Well, they've run 3 juvenile turf races at Del Mar. They were won by 2024 Henry Matisse, who I talked about, 2021 Modern Games for Godolphin, and 2017 Mendelssohn for the Coolmore people. So 3 Europeans have won the 3 juvenile turf races, so that gives you a little indication. And I'm going to pick an American horse, so what does that tell you? Gestad, watching the races, he tends to get a little rank in his races overseas.
Oh, man.
And if they have to ask him from post 14, if he grabs that bit, 1 mile might be a problem for him.
Yeah, he might be looking for the hot dog stand in the first turn.
I don't trust him at short price, so then you have to go looking for an option. I thought number 9, Argos, looked really good winning the summer stakes at Woodbine this year. And this year the summer was on the inner turf course at Woodbine, which is 2 turns.
Right.
That summer has been a good prep race for the Breeders' Cup Turf for many years. Godolphin has used it. Applebee's won races with Modern Games and others there, and used that course to get ready for the Breeders' Cup. I just think this is a horse that's improving. He's proven around 2 turns on the grass. He doesn't have to have a lead. The pace will be legitimate in here. I think he's probably in a race where you probably need to spread a little bit. I'm going to use Argos. Hey Nay Nay is the local horse from California. He's got speed. He drew post 13. That's no bargain.
Nope.
He's going to have to go from that outside for trainer John Sadler, but he's got the speed to cross over and get a position. Again, Gestad is based on what he's done. He's the horse to beat, but again, I don't trust him. And as the long shot, Gordon Pass, I thought really finished well last time. He's going to get overlooked in this race. He'll be a big number. And if somebody comes from the back of the pack, he's the one I would expect to come running late.
And he's got Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. But can you trust the jockey that's riding your horse?
Tell me who's riding it.
Flavian Pratt.
Flavian Pratt. It was a joke.
Yeah, I figured it was.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it in front of me. Yeah. I like Flavian Pratt.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay, yeah. All right, what about you, John?
Well, I didn't like the 13 in the other race because that horse was 6-5. But I do like the 13 in this race, Hey Nay Nay, because he's 8-1. This horse has 3 starts, including a win at Del Mar. Where's Hector Barrios, by the way?
He's riding.
He's in this race? Who did he go to? He's not on Hey Nay Nay. That's surprising.
Yeah, Sadler uses Rosario and some other horses too, so it's a rider that he uses quite.
Yeah, but Barrios won on this horse twice. I mean, and he's as good as there is in California on the grass, that's for sure. So
you gotta be kidding me. I mean,
so why
good as they can. He is the grass in California.
So I'm surprised that
absolutely.
I mean, that's somewhat of a concern
Not to
me.
mention that he rode the horse before.
That's what I'm saying, and he rode the horse to 2 of the wins that he has. But I'm still sticking with this horse because the price is right. He's 8-1. He's never done anything wrong. I think he's going to gun him. I mean, he has no choice but to gun him from out there, and hopefully he'll survive the first turn. And if he does, I think he could be tough.
But he does possess a lot of natural speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But someone inside's obviously going to go. One of the 12 horses inside of him. But I just think that he has enough natural speed, like you said, and hopefully to clear. And the price is right. You know, if he's 6-5, I don't want him. But at 8-1, I'll take my chances.
Rosario's not his MO as a rider is not to be on the lead. He loves to come from behind.
He's not a send rider.
No.
This horse will take him into
This horse is going to take him. In other words, what I'm saying is, whatever we see coming out of the starting gate is going to be purely the horse's early speed and not him asking so much.
Right.
And I think, like you said, there might be enough to get it done.
Yeah, but maybe I'm reading too much into the fact that Barrios isn't riding him. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. But no one knows what goes on behind the scenes, and owners and trainers have the right to do whatever they want.
I agree with you. I think that is a
legitimate question.
Yeah, that's hanging out there. Why isn't Barrios riding him? He rode the horse before. He's here at Del Mar.
And I'm looking through the field. Who did he go to? He's not here. He's not there. He's not there. He's sitting in a jock's room. Well, didn't make much sense to me, but it is what it is.
Well, who knows? Maybe he's got an early dinner reservation. I don't know.
Maybe it was on something or scheduled right. Someone didn't get in the race. Or something happened. You just don't know.
Okay, so but either one of them. Okay, so Hey Nay Nay, which John likes as a long shot too. So he's one of the key horses along with Argos, and I got to tell you that Gordon Pass is definitely going to be in there. As well. Anything from look, all the horses on the inside really drew big numbers, and you would think that they're the ones that got the best posts.
Well, the 2-horse Street Beast is an improving horse also. He's got a win in 2 seconds in his 3 lifetime starts, and he does break from an inside post, and he's got enough speed to stay close. you know.
I just worry about him, though, coming off those races at Kentucky Downs. That form just
by the way,
doesn't transfer in.
He's got a great stat of Kentucky Downs.
He's 0 for 100. Kentucky Downs horses that ran their last start or ran at Kentucky Downs are 0 for 125. Not 0 for 10, not 0 for 125.
So
there's something to it. Well, you could look at it two ways. I said that when they were 0 for 120, but now they're 0 for 125. They really do, but that's an interesting stat.
They're double due right now. Yeah. Okay, well, that's something to consider. It really is, because, that kind of tells you, I think, that the Kentucky Downs racetrack, because of its configuration,
it's so taxing. They go up and down. Yeah, it's taxing on horses. They go up and down hills. Yeah. They're going up a hill in the stretch, down a hill, down. It's crazy. But
when I look at these races, I'll handicap those horses off their form anywhere but Kentucky Downs.
Right.
So if they've run well on flat courses before, I can still.
Right. The problem is when they've only run well at Kentucky Downs. Don't bet them off of that. Yeah, right. Don't bet them off of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember what he said. And when the Kentucky Downs horses start hitting today,
they would do.
They would do. Yeah.
We got it out.
All right. Time for the big one. The $2 million Grade 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile, 2-year-olds going 1 mile and 16th. It's the ninth race on the card. Post time there is 4:45 p.m. By the way, the last race, that juvenile turf, goes at 5:05, but the juvenile itself goes at 4:45. 8 are in the race, and so far, the best 2-year-olds so far, the best. One scratch.
We have
right?
one scratch. Civil Liberty's out.
Yeah, Civil Liberty's out. So that is only 7, but and that was a long shot anyhow. But the most accomplished 2-year-olds at this point in time are in the race. We got a horse here that cost almost $4 million.
$3.5 million. Brent.
$3.5 million. Yeah, that's Brent, and of course Ted Nafi. We know what this horse has been doing. What jaw-dropping efforts he had at Saratoga. I'll let you go first, Jonathan.
Well, I'm going to concede the race to Ted Nafi. I just think that he's better than them. He's proven around 2 turns, which some of these horses haven't been around yet. So, but what do you do when you get a 4 to 5 shot that you like? Well, you got to try to turn it into some value, and I'm going to use 2 price horses underneath. Number 3, Mr. AP, who's 30 to 1 on the morning line, and number 6, Litmus Test. 8 over 3 and 6 is the way that I would do it.
And the 3 horses, 30 to 1 on the morning line, and the 6 is 15 to 1 on the morning line. But Ted Nafi, certainly, he might be one of the shortest priced horses.
Well, you got Brandt in the race. They're going to go for that horse. It's Baffert. The horse is 2 for 2. So
yeah,
they paid $3.5 million for him, so everyone knows the talent that he's supposed to have.
But there's a question mark about Brandt, and Mr. John Lindo found that out.
Well, he won the Del Mar Futurity at Del Mar, but he skipped the American Pharoah to try 2 turns at Santa Anita.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure he wants 2 turns. You watch him train, and he's got all kinds of speed. He'll probably be on the lead. If they leave him alone,
obviously he can get brave, and that's it, right?
Yeah. But I don't think he's trained as well into this race as he was coming in those races this summer at Del Mar. And I asked one of the private clockers after I saw him go. I said, "Is that him?" He said, "Nah, I've seen him better." So, that's enough for me. I question whether he'll get the distance. Maybe he's not as sharp as he was during the summer. So there's enough question marks. At least I'm going to try and beat him today. If he beats me, fine. That's great. But I have no knocks against Ted Nafi. He's done everything, but he's had easy trips in all 3 races. He's done everything. He's handled 2 turns at Keeneland. He's shipped, obviously, and he came into Del Mar looking fantastic. But I'm going to go with the local horse. I like Intrepido, he won a big maiden race at Del Mar going 1 mile and 1:35 and change. That's racehorse time. And he came back in the American Pharoah, where there were 3 Bafferts in there. They were all teaming up to beat him. They had him on the rail. They had him blocked. They made him try to split horses, take back, go around, and he won anyways.
Yes.
So he's battle tested. He's experienced. He's over a track he likes. Jeff Mullins has had a terrific year. And just a couple of easy works going into this because he's race fit. He ran 3 weeks ago. From the rail, he can kind of choose a trip. You mentioned Hector Barrios. He's probably going to be celebrating after this race. He wouldn't make the 10th. So that's what I'm hoping anyways. I got 6-1 in Intrepido. I'm betting.
Well, is he meditating while the 9th race? Maybe that's why, I got to meditate here. I got to, get ready for that.
By the way, that's the advantage of having John at the track seeing these horses. You see Race Day Las Vegas listeners get an insight.
Absolutely. And so finally, for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, we have Intrepido, which is a horse I like because I saw that race. That was really impressive. Yeah. That was an impressive race. Intrepido and Ted Nafi, another top and bottom situation bookending this field. The 1 Intrepido, the 8 Ted Nafi, and then some key long shots you put in there to make the exactas and trifectas, Mr. AP and litmus test numbers 3 and 6 as well. And that is the 5 races, the Breeders' Cup Day 1, the stars of the future. We'll wait and see if they will be stars, at least today, and then we'll take a look at the future. Don't forget, this Breeders' Cup Juvenile, whoever wins the race becomes the automatic Kentucky Derby favorite by the time the sun sets.
By the way, Ralph, John made an interesting point when we were off the air. All these races today, starting with race 1.
Glad you mentioned that.
No Lasix. No Lasix on any of these horses. That's Breeders' Cup taking over, but I don't understand why the first 4 races, they're not stake races.
Well,
or
the
certainly,
2nd, 3rd, and 4th are stakes.
Okay, so fine. But the first race, and you have a horse like Brazenly, who's 7 years old. He's been on Lasix since day 1. Now he's coming off of Lasix.
Yeah. Same thing tomorrow, too, so be careful with those early card races that are not stakes races. These horses are not used to racing without Lasix.
Because all of the rules and regulations are under the jurisdiction of Breeders' Cup for these 2 days.
But that's a very interesting point, and you should pay attention to it. You may even cut your bet step back, to be honest with you.
That's exactly why that no matter what we do with you, Jonathan, sooner or later you're going to have a soapbox.
Sooner or later.
So that's it. All right, we're going to take another break, and then we get Rich Eng coming on and Jerry Jackowitz as well. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick 4s, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, back to wrap up this Breeders' Cup Day 1 show before we get out and start playing these races. And don't forget, the seminar tonight, 6 o'clock here at the Grand View Lounge next to the Racebook, 6 o'clock. Guys are going to be back, and they'll go over the Breeders' Cup Classic for sure, and maybe extract another horse or 2 out of them. I'll try for you, that's for sure. The Breeders' Cup special that happened yesterday at 3 o'clock, if you missed it, not a problem, because it's right on the same streaming channel you're watching now. If you look on the page, you'll see Breeders' Cup special, and you can click it as soon as we're off the air, and you can watch the whole thing again, that's for sure. And John, you have an update on the seminar tonight as far as a link.
Yes, if you can't make it here, we want to see you here, but if you can't, you can go to the southpointcasino.com website, click on Racebook, You get to that page, and there's a banner that we've been showing on the air about the seminar tonight. Click on the banner, and it'll link you to the live streaming of the video of the seminar tonight at 6 o'clock.
Okay, and don't forget the Grand Ballroom is open today and tomorrow. I want to see you out there, and we're going to have some fun. Rich Eng, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, John and John, viewers and listeners.
Richie, you gave us a nice winner for Thursday Night Football there. That was a pretty easy win for the Baltimore team. And now I know that you have a full, extensive handicapping sheet for Breeders' Cup that you have on the race day page today for Del Mar. So we'll cut right to the chase and get a pick from you.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give out a price play in race number 7. It's the juvenile fillies. Explorer is going to be a really, really short favorite, but I think there's a lot of speed in the race, Ralph, and I think it could be a really contested half mile or more. I'm going to go with the outside horse, the number 9, La Wally, who's 10-1 in the morning line. Pratt picks up the mount for Mark Ladd, but I think he's just going to sit in the back of the bus and turning for home. I think there's going to be a lot of tired horses. I hope he can pick them all up, but at 10-1, I'm willing to take a try to upset this field. Let's go with the 9, La Wally, in the 7th.
All right, we're going to parlay some of that Ravens money to La Wally. In the 7th race, La Wally, the 9 horse, Flavian Pratt aboard at juicy 10-1. That's Rich Eng's play. Don't forget, folks, he's got a full handicapping in-depth sheet for today at Del Mar. All the races, of course, the Breeders' Cup races as well, right now at the racedaylasvegas.com website. All right, Rich, we'll let you go and walk the dog, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you later this week.
You got it, my man. Okay, we wrap it up with Mr. Giants there, Jerry Jackowitz. And Jerry, your power pages for Aqueduct became a souvenir for the second day in a row.
It's a pain, but yeah, I don't know why they can't cancel ahead of time when they can see the same weather report I see.
Mm-hmm. Well, so much for that. Let's get started with the Del Mar, where the weather is going to be fine, and it's Breeders' Cup Day 1.
Yeah, and I have to say, they don't even really put it up on the website in a very visible way. Let's go to the 4th race today in the Maddie, going 5 furlongs, sprinting on the turf. Wesley Ward ships in Shoot It True. And Wesley's pretty good shipping, and he's really good with these sprinters. And I think 5 furlongs is really right up this filly's. She looks 3-2 to me. So I'll take the 6 over the 2, 3, 4, and 9. I'll just reverse to break even. I don't know how fast this filly is, but we'll find out today.
All right, that's the 4th race, one of the undercard stakes races today. The Senator Ken Maddie at 5 furlongs on the turf. You like the 6, Shoot It True, with Lawan Machado aboard. The 6 and the link-ups are 2, 3, 4, and 9, and reverse. The 6 is the big key there. Before I let you go, Jerry, we're taking a look at the Breeders' Cup races. By the way, you've got a full Jerry J's Power page for Del Mar today that includes all the Breeders' Cup races at jerryjspowerpage.com. But I got to ask you your thought about the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, which is the 9th race on the card.
Well, Ted Nolfi is outstanding looking, and, it's like an obvious horse. But I'd try and bet against Ted Nolfi. I have a couple of star horses in the race, Intrepido and Litmus Test. I would demand a price, which you're going to get. I mean, 15-1 on Baffert seems like it would always be a reasonable proposition. And Intrepido we have is 8-1. These are really good horses. We don't really know how fast they are and when they're going to really show what they're capable of. Yeah. Ted Nolfi's shown some of what she's capable of already. I mean, what he's capable of already, and it's impressive. So, you can always make a win bet on the price horse and then reverse the exacta with Ted Nolfi and have 2 ways to win.
Okay. Good enough. Our 2 handicappers here, John and Jonathan, both like those price horses that you like as well. And as far as me, I'm not the handicappers here, but as far as I'm concerned, I really like Intrepido. I thought he had a powerful race in his last race.
Yeah, no, Intrepido ran really well, and 8-1 is a fair price. So, in fact, it might be an overlay. So.
There you go.
You know, it's hard to know. It's hard to know ahead of time if it's an overlay or not. It's easy to know after the race. But,
well, that goes without saying.
There is to it.
Okay, and again, your power pages for Del Mar available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. I want you to stay right there for just a minute. I want to remind everybody out there, the seminar tonight, 6 o'clock in the Grandview Lounge here at the South Point. It'll be also on the website, at the South Point website, if you want to click on there. The big party for the Breeders' Cup, the ballroom, is tomorrow, but it's also open today for all of you that want to come out and enjoy a nice, spacious place to bet the stars of the future at Del Mar. And you know we're going to tee it up and do it all again tomorrow, starting out day 2, the real championship day of racing. And, of course, that tomorrow morning with the Race Day show at 7 a.m. And then off to the races to make some money at the Breeders' Cup. That's for sure. I want to thank John and Jonathan both for being here live. And Jerry has the last thing to say.
Have a great race day, everybody.